Boom! Let's go, Bourbon Quest. Well, tonight it's Rye Quest because it's January. And January, a lot of people do January Dry Month. Not here on Bourbon Quest. We do January Rye Month. Come on, Q. Get you some catnip, bro. You love that stuff. So, yeah, it's January Rye Month, and we got a fresh uncorking today. So, what do we get? Well, let's start off with, this is your normal, easy to find Willett Family Estate bottled small batch rye, aged in hand selected white oak barrels for 4 years, hand bottled at cask strength. This particular one is 111.2 proof. Not much left in that, so we're about to kill that off. And I've been a big fan of the Willett rye. Even though I'm not a huge rye guy, I do appreciate the Willett rye. And so, what did I find today? I saw it next to this one, and it's like, wait a minute, that's a little bit different. Doesn't look any different, looks exactly the same. And then I'm going to turn around on the back. If you can see, this is going to be a single barrel. I don't know if that'll focus it or not, but it's this single barrel is called Rye or Rye Not. Well, we got the rye too. So, I don't know if you can see it on there on the back, but this is a single barrel Willett Family Estate. It's a bottle 129 out of 156. And yeah, so yeah, rare release, handcrafted in Kentucky. But the labels, you know, is their family crest, looks exactly the same. Well, they both say rare release. But anyways, but this up at the top is a Family Estate bottled single barrel rye, aged in hand selected white oak barrels for 5 years, hand bottled from barrel number 3492. And ironically, this also comes in at the exact same proof, 111.2. So that was by happenstance, because I know when I was looking at the shelf at my local store today, the small batch next to it was like 104 point something, and then this is 100. But the one that I have already about to kill is the 4-year small batch rye, and this is the one I picked up today, the single barrel rye or rye not. So yeah, I'm super excited about this and want to see, does that extra year and being a single barrel make a difference? So we're going to find out together. So yeah, it is a fresh cork pop, so get that out of the way. So this is the single barrel here on my right. Pour that into the glass. And then, of course, as always, here on Bourbon Quest, we get a nice, healthy 2-ounce pour into our infinity bottle. Come on, Q. Get back up here. Alright, we got our infinity pour out of the way. And let's pour the small batch 4-year rye at the exact same proof into this glass. Alright, so rye or rye not? I mean, nothing particular that stands out on the nose. I mean, just your typical, I mean, I get those rye notes on the front, that mint, that pine, but then I do get caramel, vanilla, bacon spice. Alright. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, it's like the perfect rye for me. It's just enough of those rye notes with the mint and pine on the front, followed by your more traditional bourbon with vanilla and caramel, then some baking spice at 111 point proof. You know, decent burn and hug on that. Remember, stay hydrated, my friends. But I think it was maybe about a year ago, a buddy of mine that I used to work with, Zach Weiss, who'd been on the channel a couple of times. He's since moved to Nashville, but his family is friends with the Willett family, and for one of his cousins or something like that wedding, they had a single barrel Willett rye, and I forget the name of it, but he brought it over and we tried it, and I thought it was freaking fantastic. So this should be along that similar vein, if I'm not mistaken. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Super minty, super delicious, caramel, vanilla. I get a little bit of also a little bit of chocolate. It reminds me on the middle to back end of a York peppermint patty. I do get that peppermint, that chocolate, that like a York peppermint patty, that crispness there. Yeah, I mean, it feels like, you know, a nice winter night. Just not cold, but cool and crisp. So I'm interested to see. I'm gonna pour a little bit more on this. If there's a significant difference in these. I think the single barrel comes off a little bit more kind of weird, kind of light and crisp, whereas the small batch comes off a little bit more bolder and a touch of more ragged edges. I think the extra year, at least on the nose, kind of smooths this out a little bit to where it's cleaner, crisper on the nose. Probably a little bit more enjoyable. Yeah, whereas this is a little bit bolder, a little bit, not a ton, but just a touch of, you know, ragged edges. I think that year difference really makes a difference on this being cleaner, crisper versus a little bit of a ragged edge. Excuse me. On the 4-year, but let's go to the palate. Excuse me. Yeah. To me, this 4-year comes off bolder on those rye notes and maybe just a little bit harsher, whereas this comes off softer, cleaner, more balanced. The notes are similar, the palate's very similar. I think that extra age just really helps, and I don't know if it's a single barrel either, but I just find that this rye or rye not drinks a little bit cleaner, a little bit smoother, a little bit crisper. Yeah, I mean, I like them both, but if I'm comparing them, I'm sorry, I've been dealing with a little bit of a cough here. I apologize. Stay hydrated. Let's run it back this way. Come on up, Q. Yeah, baby. You want some rye? So let's run it back this way. Yeah. Oh, I mean, the nose is just cleaner, smoother on this. And let's go back to the small batch. Yeah, I think it's just heavier on those rye notes. Again, just a tad bit of ragged edges on the middle to back. but still very enjoyable. Whereas this is more, yeah, more clean, more crisp, um, more balanced, softer, totally crushable. I know they are the exact same proof. I would say, and I don't know if it's the ragged edges or boldness that makes this seem like it drinks a little bit hotter than the single barrel. Um, yeah, I definitely think I prefer this single barrel over that one. Although I think it's just that 1 year age difference, and just being this is softer, cleaner, crisper. I know I'm saying the same things, but really enjoyable, definitely crushable. Something I look forward to enjoying again. I'm glad I picked this up because I debated on it. I was like, yeah, it was either like a $20 or $30 price difference. Um, this was 89, and I want to say the 4 year was either 59 or 69. I think it was 59, so I think it was probably a $30 difference. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it. Yeah, under $100 if you get a chance to get a single barrel, aged 5 years, Willett rye like I was able to today. I would say go for it, and I think that's saying quite a bit, as I'm not your typical rye guy, but I am a Willett rye fan. I've had at least 2 or 3 bottles of the Willett. About to kill this one off, and then was fortunate enough to be able to spot this and pounce on it today, and I'm glad I did. So let me know, what do you think about the Willett rye? Not only the small batch, or if you've had a single barrel 5 year age stated, or any other Willett rye outside the traditional that I think you can normally find on a regular basis. They're small batch 4 year stated, which I think is still what did I say it was, $59.99. Yeah, that's a buy. This is a buy. They're both thumbs up. Yeah, I think this is really damn good. Maybe even I'm gonna go ahead and do it, since I don't really consider myself a rye guy and drink a lot of ryes. I really love this. I think under $100, it's exceptional. We'll go ahead and put this in for 2023 Whiskey of the Year competition. It's only January, so we'll see how many bottles make it in, but I think that's worthy. Yeah, for sure. Alright, we got some more stuff to do tonight, so let me know. Hey, if you haven't done so, go ahead and subscribe. It does the channel a favor, then do yourself a favor, ring that bell for notifications, smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithms. Let me know what you think about Willett rye, and yeah, leave those comments, smash that like, subscribe, ring that bell, all those good things, and we'll be right back. Well, we'll be back again soon. That's why you want to ring that bell, because we're about to shoot another video. And when it airs, I don't know. Is it something special? I think so. We're going to find out. But this does it for tonight's Rye Quest here on Bourbon Quest. And remember, as always, my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. And for that matter, all your Rye Quest dreams come true. That's a wrap. Love you, Bourbon Quest. We'll see you real soon. You don't want to miss it. We're about to film it, and when it airs, nobody knows. All right. Peace, and stay hydrated. What up, Q? You doing all right, buddy? All right. Be right back.